We're back down in the workshop, and today we've got something a bit different. So, I went and invested in some crappy old wheels, BBS replicas, because, do I need to say anything about them? They look a bit rank, don't they, let's be honest. So, temporary wheels for the Escort, just to try and make it look a bit fancier. But they will get changed for something else down the line. However, what I do need to do is weld up that lovely little crack in there so I can fit that tyre to it. And then we can sit the Escort down on all them instead of having these really nasty Audi replica wheels. Which, come on, they look crap, don't they? So, I'm going to try and dig my welding bench out from down there. Try and move it over there. Mill's still here, unfortunately. It'll be here for another couple of weeks yet. So, let's get cracking, do some stuff. There we go, she's welded. We'll clean it all up. It looks absolutely appalling at the minute. Certainly no professional alley welder, but I got it done. Right, clean it up. Let's see what it looks like at the end. And we're done. Just ground back all the welds. I'm not the best welder in the world when it comes to TIG welding alley, but I do alright to get by. So there you go, that is that. The question is, do I try and put the tyre on this without a tyre machine? Got two of them on there, looks a little bit better. I'll tell you that, I actually got three of them on there. I did realise it would be a stupid idea trying to put that on myself. There we go. TT ones, BBS reps. I don't know. Either way. They won't be staying regardless. There's the wheel finished, tyre on. Didn't bother bouncing it because the wheel's absolutely ruined. Thing back here again. Hey. Bit more cutting to do on the Escort now. Cut out the strut top bits up there. Cut out a bit of the sort of inner front wheel arch for clearance. Cut a bit more out of the floor pan on the front for the A-pillars of the Escort to clear. Got a cut. I don't think you can see that, which is really helpful. Cut a bit more out down there in the rear wheel arches of the Escort to clear the Audi. And I think that will probably do us, hopefully. We should be able to drop it all the way down. Oh, a little bit out of that front panel there. So, put you on the tripod and we'll get cutting.
it up.
So that's it's more or less the look out. Only just clears the exhaust there. Okay, now there we go. Look at the difference in the boot heights from the Escort and the Audi. Escort boot sits right down to where that paint line is, and then the Audi one comes basically right up underneath the rear light. Da, da, da. There we go. A bit more trimming, a little tiny bit more down there, just to make a bit more clearance. Lose all this nasty crap, and then we can start welding it all together, man. Alright, a little bit more cutting, and then we'll lower it down. She should clear this time. Not shabby. Need to lift the back maybe 1/4 of an inch, drop the front a little bit more, by probably about 1/4 of an inch, and then we're level with the original Audi's inner seal. But she is down, she's looking good. Bulkhead don't really look too bad to put back together. Lines up pretty well, to be honest. All the inner arch bit, that'd be, not going to say easy. Do you know what I mean? It ain't going to be easy, but it's not as bad as I thought it might have ended up.
You just told me off for saying that too many times.
Yeah, well, you were saying it a whole lot. Inner tubs, they're not going to be too much hardship either by the looks of it. Don't really need a great deal of material in there. Boot floor of the Audi sits up well high compared to where the Escort boot landed last night, but she is there. Don't quite know what to do about this bit down here. I'll have to figure it out. We'll have a plan now, won't we, Dean? We'll figure it out.
We'll cut the Escort in half and then take a bit out of the middle and shunt it back together.
Well, that ain't going to work with the wheels though, is it? Hey, Mr. Bright Ideas over here.
We'll sort it out.
There she is. This is its final resting spot. Everything checks out. Arch gap is spot on for where I want it. Both on the front and on the rear. I think that's a good height to leave it at. Don't really want to go any lower than that. Don't really want to take it up any higher than that. So that is that. We need to cut back the inner seal. As you can see, it sort of sits up a bit higher than the Escort at the moment, so we'll cut that down. The main problem area, which is always destined to be a bit of a problem, just crap out of the way. as you can see, we've got a bit of an issue with the suspension strut tops. I mean, that finishes there. So that's a good solid 2.5 inches too tall. So, custom coilovers. New tool, I don't know how to use it. I think a man's just walked in. Hey, there he is.
Party's here.
The party's here again. What are we doing today, Dean? I'm just giving them a rundown on
I don't know, you tell me.
all the problem areas so far.
I'm just a little bitch.
Little bitch, right, I need to crack the whip and get him to do something. Otherwise he's just going to order food and we're going to be sitting there eating all night.
You got a wheel roller?
Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing we need to learn how to use, Dean. I've never used one of these before. So.
Something like that, I guess.
Something like that, yeah. So Dean's going to watch some tutorials on YouTube and learn how to use that and then teach me. And then we're going to get making some panels. Alright, a bit more trimming to do on the Escort, clean everything up. And then that will be it. Start actually welding it together.
Lubrication.
Let's get going. Right, both the cars are separated again. Dean's peeking. He's a peeker. Or peeper. It's peeper, isn't it? Right, so we need to cut that much off of the Audi. Tiny little bit down there. Same again this side. Only tiny little bit. But whilst we've got the cars separated again, we're patching all this because that clears anyway. I'm not going to be able to get to it once the Audi's properly sat down on there. Let's do that both sides. Dean's cleaning up all the bits on the inside of the Escort that need to come out the way. And then hopefully at some point very soon we'll be ready to marry the two together and actually put some welds on them. It's dinner time. There we go. This is why we're not slim.
For
mainly
two.
Dean.
For two. What?
Nothing to see. Look at that physique. Another evening down the workshop.
Hey!
It's gay boy again. Right, making some templates for some little patches to go. Still don't know what to call these bits. What the fuck would you call these bits? Like front
chassis.
leg things, I don't know. Yeah, but anyway.
These bits.
Making patches for these bits. There. Look at glove. That. That'll do, mate. That'll do. Right, patched in both sides. Dean's the man in control. Up we go. Last time. There we go, ladies and gentlemen, this is it. This is quite literally, well, almost its final resting spot. So this is the last time it's going to be lowered down. Hopefully we'll just get it tweaked around a little bit. It's just ever so slightly adrift on measurements, so I'll probably come back down here tomorrow. Billy no makes at the moment, so I'll wait until there's someone else around to give us a hand to try and manhandle this shell around a little bit. And then what we're going to do is we're going to weld this bar here from each side, and then we've got a couple of uprights which we'll pin down to the chassis, weld them to the bar. That'll stop the shell moving. And then on the front we are going to put a support in from this bar up to that bar. That will help secure all the front in place, and all down there is not looking too shabby in the slightest. That shouldn't be too much hardship trying to close that off. But like I say, I'm going to try and get a decent angle on this. The front struts actually sit quite a bit higher than the wing, so we have got a plan for that, so I'm not overly fussed. We'll tackle that as and when. But yeah, she's looking good. I mean, it probably still looks like an absolute wreck of a car at the moment, but to me it looks absolutely wicked. Starting to see the vision come to life, people. But we've got another new tool besides me. So we've got this 3-in-1 Clark metal worker thingamabob. It's got a roller up the top here, so we can, well, hopefully make the rear tubs with that. Brake down here, and then we've got a shear at the bottom. All on a nice little stand up. Got a really good deal on that, and I had to jump on it whilst I could before someone else had it. So hopefully between that and the bead roller over there, I should have enough stuff to hopefully make all the stuff I need in this car. But regardless of that, I will take you along for the ride. So whatever I do manage to fuck up on panel work, you'll see it anyway. See all the mishaps, and then you'll see hopefully me progress on forming metal. But with that in mind, I'm going to end it on this one. I'll probably get back here tomorrow and get one of the lads to help me jig this thing about. So for now, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and I shall see you on the next one.